All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Left Hand Brewing Company, and they are out of Longmont, Colorado, and this is their Key Lime Pie Nitro. So they're calling this one a sour ale with lactose, lime, vanilla, and cinnamon, and of course, it's in a nitro can, comes in at 7.3% alcohol by volume, 11 IBUs at the time of review. Don't know exactly how old this can is, but it does have a best by date of September 6th of 2022, and right now, at the time of this review, we're about 3 months away from that date, so we should be fine. Now, I always say in my left-hand reviews, I feel like they are the king of nitro beers here in America. They're milk stout nitro, one of the best milk stouts, period. And a lot of their nitro beers are delicious. However, for me personally, their fruited nitro beers, I haven't enjoyed them. Their Flamingo Dreams, which was a Flamingo Dreams nitro, that is. It was a berry blonde ale. It was all right, quite sweet, and just okay. And then I reviewed on the channel their Getting Tiki with It, which was again nitro, and that was their Pina Colada wheat ale, and I didn't like it, just didn't work. So I picked this one up because I love Key Lime Pie, which I've said multiple times on the channel, and I figured let's give them another try. We'll see. But you know how I always say don't go into reviews with preconceived notions. Unfortunately, I have some, and I don't know if I'm going to like this, but only one way to find out. Let's give it a pour here. You know, nitro, the typical crazy hard pour. Right into the hashtag proper glassware to some degree. And who doesn't love a good old nitro pour? I mean, that's the whole reason to get nitro beers is the cascading effect, right? Who cares about the taste or looks or whatever? It doesn't matter. It's the cascading effect. Anyway, so as that cascades, the body has this nice, like, golden orange color. I can see very fine particulates in the glass. There is, you know, it's a little bit colder, so I have some chill haze on it, but I can see particulates in addition to the rising nitro head. By the time this head's done, it's going to be about 2 inches of a super creamy, off-white, just fantastic looking head. That's a fucking great looking beer. Like, that is great. That's what nitro provides, along with the mouthfeel, right? But a lot of people don't like nitro because it can taste flat. Anyway, let's get a nose. That's another thing that nitro does, at least for me, is it kind of mutes the aroma and the smell of it. Okay, there we go. I was going to say, give me something, please. Yeah, there is tart key limes, like very tart limes in the nose. Slightly acidic. Now, they do say on their website they are not brewing this one in graham cracker. With Key Lime Pie would have graham cracker, but their blend of the different malts they use provide a graham cracker crust kind of sensation. I'm not smelling graham cracker in here. There's no vanilla. I'm not getting any cinnamon. Well, hang on. All right, getting a little bit of cinnamon now, but not vanilla. No graham cracker. It smells like key limes with a dusting of cinnamon. There's this like base kind of graininess. Probably it's kettle sour, so it has like a slight. Maybe they're going for like a Berliner Weiss. I don't know if they're using weed. I don't know. All I know is that there's key limes, a little bit of cinnamon, and it just smells very muted. I'm hoping the taste is much better. I guess we'll see. Cheers, everyone. Graham cracker is there. It's not bad. It's not that bad. It's not amazing. It's not great, but it's not bad. Let's go body and mouthfeel. Body of this is lower side of medium for 7.3%. It's lighter than you anticipate, but I feel like a beer like this, I would love to see it like 5.5% because the body would make sense. 7.3%, a little bit higher, whatever. The bodies will say thin for a 7.3% beer, but it's fine for what I'm looking for. The mouthfeel, it's a nitro beer. It's super fucking super extremely crazy how smooth this beer is. Very creamy. But, you know, it has that flat feeling that you get from these nitro beers, right? I'm okay with it, though. The body and mouthfeel are fine, and for a nitro beer, this is kind of what you expect from the body and mouthfeel. The taste. The problem I have with the taste is it's very, very light. It's super light. For something 7.3%, it's extremely light. Right at the forefront, I'm hit with that lime sensation, key lime. It's tart. It's not like mouth puckering, it just has a tart, like key lime thing going on. Pass through the palate. The graham cracker hits. A little bit of like a vanilla, kind of reminds you of a whipped cream of some sort. And then maybe a touch of cinnamon. I'm stretching for that. It was more in the nose than anything. But I do like the graham crackers here. The problem is everything's extremely light. So you get lime, graham cracker, vanilla, touch of cinnamon, and that carries on throughout the palate. Maybe there's a base, like I said, slightly like grainy type of thing going on, but not much. This beer is tart, not sour, which I'm okay with. If this was like extremely acidic and super sour, might throw things off a little bit, because key lime pie is not super sour and acidic. If you have key lime pie, yeah, you get some tartness from the limes in there, but it's a sweet dessert. This is not crazy sweet or anything either. There's a sweetness here. It's not overly sweet. The best word I can use to explain this beer is boring. It's somewhat boring. It's a beer that you see Key Lime Pie Nitro on the label, and then you see sour ale with limes, vanilla. What is it? Limes, vanilla, lactose, and cinnamon. And I'm just thinking, hey, they're trying to replicate a Key Lime Pie in nitro beer form, and they've done so to about 50%. Because for something like this, I want to be punched in the face with flavor. I want to be knocked out. I want over the top shit. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want a super, like for 7.3%, I want something that's super easy drinking. I want something with a hearty flavor, and this doesn't have it. The finish, semi-dry, no bitterness to really speak of. The overall beer has a low to firm tartness. It's fine. Listen, I'm going to drink the rest of this. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm going to enjoy it to some extent. I just feel like Left Hand, they know what they're doing with nitro beers typically, especially their darker beers, especially their milk stout lineup. They're 0 for 3 when it comes to these fruited beers for me. And maybe it's not their fault. Hear me out. Maybe it's not Left Hand's fault. Maybe it's beers like this shouldn't be nitro. So maybe it is their fault to an extent, but maybe a beer like this should not be nitro. Maybe a beer like this should just be, regular. If this just said Key Lime Pie Sour Ale, maybe the body and the mouthfeel, I feel like, and I say this all the time with nitro beers, and I already said it once, but they typically mute the beer to some degree. What they mute and make, the lack of flavor in the beer is made up for with that great crazy mouthfeel. And I think a beer like this, you don't need the nitro part. You don't need it. And again, the personal opinion, like everything else on my channel, but I just don't think you need it. And I think this beer suffers because of it. So not much more to say about this one. It's not a bad beer. It's not terrible. It's just, I want more. So Key Lime Pie Nitro from Left Hand. I'm going to 3.25 out of 5. It's the best I can do. I was debating between a high 3.25, 3.2. Do I get into 3.5? I don't think so. Like a 3.25 out of 5 is the best I can do on it. Price and availability, $12 a 4-pack, $3 a can. For something that 7.3% has those ingredients, nitro, that's a great price point. Now, after having consumed it, I would never buy it again, regardless of the price, probably. So, $3 a can, though, isn't bad. And then availability, I would assume wherever you see Left Hand beers, you should see this one. Again, this is Best Buy into September. By the time you see this, it'll be mid to late June. So you should see this on the shelves if you get Left Hand. And again, try it out if you're interested in Key Lime Pie beers or Key Lime beers in general. It just didn't do it for me. 7.3%. They did hide the alcohol to a degree. There's no astringency. There's no warming in the chest, nothing. So kudos to them for that. But even I just took it, let it open up here, talking for like the last 5 minutes. The key limes definitely present. A little bit of like a graham cracker crust, but like outside of that, it's just very boring, bland, muted. So best I can do on this one. Yeah, as you can see, I'm disappointed. Anytime I get a beer that disappoints me, I always, A, they're longer reviews because I talk about how much it disappoints me. But B, you always see it in my face and my reaction because secret when it comes to beer tubing, but just in general buying beer. Don't we all buy beer for the most part, like 98% of us, to enjoy the beer? I don't buy a beer to be like, oh, I hope I fucking hate that beer, or I'm really hoping it lets me down. No, I bought this. Some reservations, of course, because of the recent no, I shouldn't say recent, but the other two nitro fruited beers from them weren't that great. So a little bit of reservation there. But I was hoping that this would be delicious. Turns out it's not. It happens. So anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. If you've had this one before, please let me know what you thought about it, because this is not great. And Left Hand, I'm probably gonna have to stick to your darker nitro beers. Anyway, to the next one. Cheers.